Sabatier is a French company, and they've been around for over 100 years. And with the use of a light-emitting laser, we're going to be able to know exactly whether a knife is dull, medium, or very, very sharp. This is what it's all about. It's a knife sharpener with a brain, and we all have dull knives in our kitchen. They're in that drawer where knives go to die, right? Because you loved it, you bought the knife, you bought it because you loved it, and then it went dull, and you couldn't bear to throw it away, so you told yourself, well, I'll take it to the knife store and have it sharpened one day. And it still sits there. Has for years. We're going to show you how you can breathe new life into it. Chef Jeremy Parker is back with us to go take us shopping for the Sabatier Knife Sharpener, and this is technology.
It is brilliant. It's the only one I've ever seen like this. It tells you when your knife is sharp, when it's dull. How do you know? My dad used to try and trim hairs off of his arm to see if a knife was sharp. This is an actual way of running it through. It's as simple as this. You press the button here, and the light comes on green. Now, it's going to read the blade. As I go along, you can see there's parts that are yellow, parts that are red. That means that parts of this are sharp, parts of this are really dull. Now, there's a two-part sharpener right here. Just uses that tungsten steel. I'm going to run this through 1, 2, 3. It's actually going to shave metal off of there. Then I'm going to put it through the ceramic V a couple of times. Very important, make sure that you wipe any of those shards off your blade. And now I'm going to run this back through here, and you can see, okay, it's pretty close. See how it's better? At least you can see there's a couple of spots there. So I'm going to go back and sharpen it. Normally, I would have just left that knife. I would have thought it was sharp, but you can see, it'll tell you. And now we run it through. There you go, David. See, almost all green.
Right at the tip. It needs a little more sharpening.
Right there, it needs a little more sharpening. I can go right back there, sharpen that tip, go here, wipe it, and you have a completely perfectly sharp, razor sharp knife.
Look at that. Now it's all green.
Yes.
And now, we had this on the air brand new at the end of January. And since that time, 2,700 of these have been sold. When I was at the Inspired Home Show in Chicago, we went to the Sabatier booth.
Yeah.
And I saw this, and I was like, yep, we've been offering this on QVC, and it sells really, really well. And the people from Sabatier were very pleased to hear that.
Yeah.
This is fantastic because it's a knife sharpener with a brain. It's super easy technology.
Yes.
But only designed for straight edge knives, is that right?
Straight edge knife. Doesn't work on a serrated knife. Doesn't work on like shears. It's just made for a regular stainless steel or a metal knife. So, and again, all you do now, your expensive knives, David, we actually demonstrated this knife on here many years ago. I think it's about $100 and something knife, German knife. This is as willing. So these are knives that you want to sharpen. Again, I'm going to run that through, and you can see that's about medium.
Mostly medium dull.
And I try to keep my knives sharp at home, so let me run it through 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do this a couple more times. Run it through here, and that's the ceramic. Make sure you wipe that. These do come with batteries, so, and then I'm going to run this through here, and look at that. Completely sharp, all green,
all the way across.
That is a perfectly sharpened knife right there.
And that knife is ready to roll and ready to be at its best in your kitchen.
Yeah.
You know, we all know what it's like to use a sharp knife because it seems effortless, right? The knife is doing all the work, and it's making our job so much easier in the kitchen.
Yeah.
When you have a dull knife, you're working harder, not smarter. And that's why you probably tend to slip more with those knives, and that's why a dull knife will cut you, right? It won't cut what you're trying to cut, but it'll cut you pretty well.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. But this is going to be perfect because now the Sabatier does all the work for you, and the batteries that you're going to need for this are included.
That's right. They come with it. And again, fishermen, what a great gift for the fisherman out there that has everything. Well, you never know how sharp your knives are. And again, your knife might be sharp here, it might be sharp here, and it might be dull here, here, and here. That's what catches you and what holds it up. So just run it through there. You can see red, and by the way, if it's if there's a chip missing, it might not have any light on at all. If it comes up 0, that means that it's really, really dull. So see, there's a gap there. That's okay. I'm just gonna run it through here. And that's that tungsten sharpener, that V sharpener. It's at a 20-degree angle, which is what 95% of your knives are gonna be sharpened at. And I'm gonna go here, run it a couple of times. Make sure you always wipe the blade off, any shards on there. Let me run through this again, and green, 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 green. And that is a razor sharp knife. Now I can take a tomato. Let me just take a tomato right here and test it. I always like to test how sharp are these knives. I mean, look at that. That's a ripe tomato. I can just fillet. If that's a fillet knife, David, you'll be so good. You could take 5 pounds of salmon out of a 2-pound bass. All the way down like that. There you go, look at that. That
so
is
I can tell you that since
sharp.
January,
yeah,
2,900 have been ordered. We're down to our final 1,500. Batteries are included, black color only, and this is designed to take all the guesswork out of knife sharpening. We all have knives in our kitchen that we don't use because they become dull and we can't bear to throw them away, so they go to a drawer, which is where they stay. Why don't you go and get those out and run them through the Sabatier? This could be the game changer you've been looking for.
Absolutely. And right there you can see this knife is pretty sharp. Okay, I pulled this out, and I've been using these in my kitchen, so this one's almost perfectly sharp. This probably only takes 1, 2, 3. Run it through there, wipe the shards. It's that simple. I mean, in no time at all, I can sharpen all of my knives in the kitchen. Whether it's a big knife, a small knife, a carving knife. Again, you're gonna be able to see if it's sharp. Run it a couple times through there, wipe it. It's that simple. I love doing this because there it is, a perfectly razor sharp knife. Ta-da!
Oh,
Isn't
so
that great?
perfect. Don't miss out on this great
satisfying.
technology. And Chef Jeremy, it's good to have you back, sir.
Thanks, David.
Thank
Always
you,
a
buddy.
pleasure.
All right, so stay on the line here. We got one final item to share with you in this big 4-hour show. And one of our favorites is here in studio to take us shopping for the Spurtle. It's a Spurtle, Myrtle.
Spurtle Myrtle on Sunday.
She's here, LSQ, which stands for Lucinda Scala Quinn. She is at Mad Hungry on Instagram. It is great to have you